am going to the city by myself right now. My dad is renting a house. He hasn't been there, so we've just been kind of, taking advantage of everything in the city. And Jason's been able to post to YouTube a little bit more consistently. It's just really cool to see one of our videos getting some more traction and having you guys view it. There was someone from some crazy island in the middle of the Indian Ocean, I think it was, and his whole comment was in French. And it was just so special to get something like that. Like, it literally brought tears to my eyes, because that's all I want, is to connect with people and learn together with people. And we've already learned so many like random little things that we could definitely improve on next year. We're at this time where we don't have negative comments and everything like that. We're very lucky.
Feels like it's been forever since I picked the camera up. A lot of things in life are changing right now, for the better, but it's happening so quickly that it's hard to stay on top of. Obviously, as you guys have seen in one of our past videos, we are expecting a newborn sometime in the beginning of January. As you guys know, if you're already a parent, it can be very stressful, especially considering the fact that we are doing things completely different. And that normally invites a lot of criticism, judgment, stuff like that. Overall, our friends and family are incredibly supportive. We could not be more thankful for that. It's really funny how life pans out, because normally we'll stress about certain things. I'm sure you guys can relate. Lots of stress, lots of overthinking, lots of sleepless nights, and then somehow whatever it was you were stressing about always works itself out. Something happens, and there's a lot of things off the radar screen that we just don't see in life. We don't see them being possible. We don't see them happening. A lot of things that were off the radar screen in our lives have come on the screen, are fully visible now, and now they're coming quickly. They're approaching quickly, whether it be the newborn, obviously the YouTube channel. If you guys are watching this right now, thank you very much, because your support means everything. We can't continue to make these videos without obviously people watching them, liking them, and subscribing to our channel. So if you haven't already, subscribe. So as you guys know, there's a lot of stress that comes with becoming a parent. This is our first child. This is me and Andrea literally shifting into a new chapter of life. I can feel it. That's why it's been so hectic, and we're just trying to take it in, not stress, really enjoy the ride, enjoy the process, and we're just so excited.
I'm like, past my halfway point right now in pregnancy, but yeah, I just had to leave Jason and Guapo, and it was very, very sad, and I cried a lot. It's just like, this is such a crazy time in our lives right now, and I'm really trying to... My first trimester was awful. Constantly sick. Not necessarily like throwing up, but I was just really, really sick and uncomfortable. I am feeling better. I have a lot of energy. Everything's just kind of falling into place. I was just expecting it to be like, when I get pregnant, it's going to be magical and I'm going to connect with the baby immediately. There was just so much resistance physically in my body, and so much resistance from the people around me, like the way that people acted about, me being pregnant, and the way that we're deciding to do things, and everyone has opinions about everyone else's life. But yeah, it was really hard, and I'm like going through all this like morning sickness and, just wanting to sleep all day long.
Andrea's father has recently moved here locally, which is awesome. It's great to have some sort of family nearby. He's been an incredible help so far, and we're stoked to have one grandpa nearby. So to address the elephant in the room, no, we're not having a baby on the mountain because it's in the middle of winter. If it wasn't in January, which Andrea is very excited about having a baby in winter, because winter is a time of rest and relaxation. But Andrea is taking the reins really taking control and responsibility of her first birth. And I'm just so proud of her. You know, she wants to do it naturally with very little intervention. Essentially, the judgment from people comes from not wanting to be a part of the medical system. And as you guys have all experienced in the last 2 years, who would really want to be a part of the medical system? It's completely flawed, completely corrupt. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. Not even going to go down there.
Ever since I got into my second trimester, it's just been so beautiful, and like everything is just like blossoming in the most incredible way. I don't know, I feel like me and Jason have done a lot of emotional work through my pregnancy so far, and I'm really thankful for him, and he's just such a massive support. I can't even explain it enough. I might just chill tonight and do my registry, like really try to get it done. We're only like a month and a half away from the baby shower, so I'm gonna make really good food and celebrate, you know, the welcoming of our baby. But I don't know, me and Jason don't really like overthink stuff like that. I just want to get that stuff done because our family and friends are like, are you guys gonna I don't know, tell us what you need already? We need a registry. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Since we're not doing it on the property, we will be doing it in town at her father's house. It takes a huge amount of stress out of the whole process. I mean, if we're gonna do a natural birth, that's stressful in itself. Requires a lot of research, a lot of responsibility, and just having a place that we can do it. Very excited for that, very thankful for that. So that is a huge load off of our shoulders, knowing that we have a safe house, a safe place to bring a new child into this world. It's super exciting. We're nearby the hospital if anything were to go wrong, but we know it won't. But we do pray for the best and prepare for the worst. So, a lot of things in life will be changing. One of them will be how much time we're spending on the property. We've had this debate about, you know, our lifestyle, and our channel is Jay and Dre off-grid. It would make no sense to continue filming our life if we're not on the property. But we do want to share our life with you guys, show the entire process of our lifestyle and how we live. We don't want to sugarcoat things. We don't want to make things super fake. We want to curate a channel and videos for you guys that are fun to watch, entertaining, educational, and relatable. And we can't do that. I feel like we can't do that if we're living in the city. So there will be a lot of back and forth, but the goal here is I will be staying at the property during the week, coming back in midweek. Andrea and I will be coming back up on the weekend. So, but we've been so busy with the transition. Like I said, we haven't been filming. Being in the city is what it is, right? I mean, once you've lived in the forest for at least a year, and of course we still go to the city, we're not hermits, but the weird culture shock again was like opening the blinds and just looking out the front window and seeing all the houses around you. It's just like, you just see everybody and like, there's like no privacy. I don't know, man. It just feels so weird. After living in the forest, being in the suburbs feels really weird. I'll say that much. Lack of privacy. I'm already feeling how wasteful it is to live there. Leaving lights on, you know, you turn the faucet on to clean a plate or a fork real quick, and we all just turn it on full blast, and we just waste so much water. We're wasting more food because living in the city with all the utilities is very comfortable. It's very convenient. So of course it's too easy to be more wasteful. You don't know where your utilities are coming from. So that's probably the one thing I would report on. Having running water, awesome. Having Wi-Fi and internet, awesome. Not super important to our lifestyle, but for me to edit videos and do media and stuff like that, I need power. And on the property, we have an inverter with our solar system and all that, but my editing software, Premiere Pro, takes so much juice. It's hard to run the editing software and get things done on my laptop battery. So it's probably been one of the biggest blessings, is being in town, being able to just plug my laptop into the wall, something that we all take for granted. You can tell when we're getting close to the property. I'm sure it's the smells. Gotta be patient, dude. We're almost there. Feels good to be home. I know I was here a couple days ago, but it always feels good to be home. Finally, our first zucchini. Some cayenne peppers. Green onions are exploding. There's our first broccoli sprout. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. My mom told me if I wait for things, like, good things will happen to me, dude.
It's so funny how things just grow out of nowhere. We had the sunflower pop up over here, but quickly died. First time gardening, a lot of things I would do differently. I guess that was the whole point of gardening this year. Even though I knew it was gonna be a bad season, getting your starts off, I had to do it. I had to learn. After driving halfway here, I realized I left the trailer keys in the city. So good thing we keep a spare hidden somewhere on the trailer. This isn't the first time I've locked myself out or lost my keys. It's just so crazy looking back at this time in our life. So many unknowns, so many things to stress about. As we prepare for our first child, I remember feeling a little bit overwhelmed with everything that we had to do. You're just so worried about everything falling apart, you never stop to think that everything may be falling into place. We have been staying in the city recently for the last couple weeks. Andrea's dad just moved here, and we've been helping him get settled in. He still travels a lot for business, so it's nice to be able to help him get settled in while he's gone, while we also get to have a little privacy and hang out at the house. Right now we're currently packing up to go back to our home. I was just talking about how weird it is that we have to pack up all of our everyday items, things that we use every day, like our cast iron skillet, our knife, cutting board, stuff like that, and little things that you forget about, really little things like dish soap. We're trying to split up our items. Most of everything that we need is with us right now since we've been staying in the city, but since we're going back to the property for the weekend, there's certain things that we need to bring. We don't need much. We're only staying for 2 nights. Andrea hasn't been on the property for over a month.
It sucks.
It's really weird being in the suburbs again. I mean, we've kind of gotten used to it, but the first week we were here, just looking out the window, you see other people's windows, you see other people's houses, you go out in the backyard, there's certain houses that can kind of see over the fence. So we're currently getting packed up, doing the cooler thing. Currently there's no propane on the property. So last time I was there, the fridge had completely run out, a couple things that went moldy. We left some smoked salmon in the bottom tray. I was really bummed about that. It was only a little bit, but yeah, when I went back there, it was like green, it had some green spots on it, and it was a little funky. I opened the fridge and I was like, why does it smell like shit, dude? Because nothing was in it. It was just condiments in bottles. And then in that tray where you always forget to look under those bottom trays in your fridge.
Moments like these where we have to pack up everything, even just going to our friends' property to go camping for the weekend, we would just pack our entire truck. We would pack everything. And moments like these make me want to just get rid of all of my things. Does it not make you feel that way?
It does, but it also shows us why we need to have 2 sets of things. Absolutely. We're going to get the truck packed up and get going. We need to fill up propane, get some groceries. We're good on gas.
And I really want a chalupa from Taco Bell, and I don't want any judgments because it's pregnancy life right now.
She's been craving crunchy. Crunchy's the new crave.
Plan B.
We normally get our propane from Ace, but they are closed.
It's so funny. We just ignored the open sign.
All right, so we got some munchies, we got some goodies, we got real food.
I have gotten some chocolate.
So Ace was open, as Andrea said. That was really stupid. When you drive up and there's no one in the parking lot, just look at the open sign that's in the window.
Let's go to Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, I smell that too. I think Guapo farted. That place is so good, dude. Didn't expect to show up at nighttime, but we're here, and it feels oh so good. It's like a brisk 50 degrees. It feels amazing up here. Oh, look at the Milky Way. You guys can't see it on this camera, but the Milky Way is directly above me right now. Oh, it's beautiful out here. All right, so let's get unloaded. Let's get in the trailer. Let's get comfortable. Feels so good to be home.
Whoa. Oh no.
What?
There's bugs everywhere. How do they get in?
We'll just vacuum. I don't know.
Crazy, bruh. Damn, this is like big. I didn't remember it being this big. I guess when like the longer you live in a small space like this, the smaller it starts to feel. But then when you have like a break from everything, it's kind of big.
How's it feel to be home, baby?
Feels amazing.
I've been coming to the property about once a week for the last couple weeks, just to water the garden and just take care of a couple things. But I've only been staying 1 or 2 nights at a time, so haven't even taken the time to film any of that for you guys. I promise you didn't miss anything. Just boring stuff, man. A lot of stuff in life has changed so quickly that we didn't really have time to. Living on the property full time is not possible right now at this moment in our life. So just to give you guys that update, we're still going to be on the property, but living here full time doesn't make sense as we prepare for a baby, for a newborn. And right now our main focus is to make money and get all the other little things in order that kids require. So as overwhelming and as stressful as it is, we are very excited, but life just threw us for a loop, and everything that we had planned to do either this fall, winter, or next spring has all gone out the window, and we are currently reassessing our life and just taking it one day at a time. It can be really stressful when you just try to think about everything at once instead of just focusing on one step at a time. So now that we're on the property, we're going to unload, get comfortable, and enjoy ourselves.
It's not like the craziest baby bump that you've ever seen. But it's there. It's a bump. I am just about to hit my 3rd trimester. And I can feel it. I am exhausted. I'm so tired again. I was like really good for like 2 months, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh no, I'm a sleepy girl. So it's just kind of been this wild adventure, and so many amazing things have happened because we're expecting a little one, and things have just really fallen into place in life the way we wanted them to. And so, gosh, I already feel like I've grown so much and learned so much about myself in this whole process, and it's been very beautiful.